Hey everybody,
I'm Caleb.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will.
And we are Working Title!
Star Wars, right guys?
Yeah, right.
Grog.
Ooh. Y'all, we're back for VINLAND SAGA. This is episode 10 of season 2, The Cursed Head.
Cabeza.
That's a weird name. So, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below your thoughts on today's episode. What's one of your favorite moments? Say hi in native language, and we're going to hop right into this episode. Love you guys. Bow!
Damn! Look at them manly men. Such jazz, dude.
Two buff
They're
friends.
so juice.
In a world without processed sugar, I believe they would look like this.
よし行くぞせーの
Nice. One-handed each, too. Oh, let's
They did it.
You both jumped with joy too. Look at him.
Let's go. He smiled.
I know, that's...
So awesome.
信じられんやればできるもんだなこの開墾地の次の収穫分で俺たちの自由が買い戻せるってさ
エイナルはどうするんだ自由になったら
Yeah, what do these guys do at that point?
どうかな国に帰っても家族はもういねえし
アルネイズさんのことか
気が引けるよ
Yeah, just like leaving her behind. She ain't got the deal.
アルネイズさんも自由になれるんだったらな
旦那は彼女を手放す気がないからな
That's fucked up.
お前はトルフィンやっぱりアイスランドに帰るのか
うんそうだな多分
I did not think that was on his
お
cards.
いぼんやりしてんな
Finally going back to see
サ
his
ガイ様
mom.
だ
Sis.
Yeah, if anyone's still alive.
Jeez, those hands are so worn.
やってみたいことはある世の中から戦争と奴隷をなくすことは
Good phone.
できないもんかな
He wants to try that?
Oh. Whoa.
He's serious, too.
That was such a wild shot, just the color.
そうだな
Yeah, a dream.
夢のようだな
It was a dream filter. To put your head in that mind space for a moment.
よくやったぞ二人ともそうかよしでは少し負けてやろう
Okay.
種まきが済み次第お前たち二人は自由の身だ
Wow.
うんなんだあまり嬉しそうじゃないな
No, they're just shocked.
いやいやおっしゃーついにやったな
やった
喜ぶのはまだ早い手続きはわしが帰ってくるまで待ってもらうぞ
Ah, where are you returning from?
This doesn't feel good.
ところでお前たち横断難を知らんかこちらにはいらしてませんが
Who's Sverkel?
そうか
Yeah.
やはり
Oh,
畑
I
だった
hope he
かも
hasn't
しれんな
passed. If he passes,
ま
then this guy
お前た
leaves.
ちでもよ
They're
い
fucked.
わしはハラルド王陛下のお見舞いに家に
Oh,
王宮へ行ってくると
Oh,
な
he's gonna die there. He's gonna die with
Mama.
some bird.
行ってらっしゃいませ
Man,
ああそうだ
what?
お前たち自由身分になったらこのままわしのところで
No.
奉公する気はないか
No.
お前たちのような働き者なら歓迎だ
No.
まあ考えておきなさい
Okay. Maybe.
No chance, old man.
I hope that's not how he gets them, like, tangled here.
Yeah.
Like
they don't
Peter.
actually get free.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all a scam.
The illusion of freedom, but you still stuck there. What the hell?
We'll look it up after. Ecclesiastes 3, 9 through 11.
Bird.
Oh, why is this so epic? What is
We're
happening?
going to war.
I hope not.
Where's the king? Where's Big Newt?
Who's that?
Big Newt.
Wow.
Big Newt.
Oh, he's going to gelling too, or Harold does.
That's what I said, man.
Man's got a thick old beard. I wouldn't have recognized him.
Man, Kettle gonna die, bro.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that boy.
What a
Chad.
look.
Chad.
What a look. Jeez.
This show's just full of them.
Yeah.
Full of Chads.
Sigma male Chad.
All Sigma
You
males.
need to go work on a farm.
Or become a
Yeah.
king of a
Be out in the
English
sun.
kingdom.
Or just become not fat.
That's what I'm working on.
No more Uber Eats and sugar.
That's true.
No more candy, no more cookie. Tennis.
Nice kill.
There we go.
Good job.
It's the commentary we needed for this episode.
Caleb when he's a king.
Sam when he's my advisor.
Hell no.
Alright, fine. Sam when he's my bodyguard.
I'll take it.
Cool.
イングランドよりご無事の帰国お喜び申し上げます
ウ
Vote.
ルフよ兄王陛下のご容体はどうか
ハラルド陛下のご体調思わしくございません今はすでにお話もままならぬご様子でございます
Gosh, what do we has?
そうか
Did he poison him?
持ってどれほどか
I don't know. See, I thought they were competing against each other, but he's being welcomed here without swords.
Yeah, they just agreed to split England and Norway or
世の名代
whatever.
で
Or
の
Denmark.
大義であった
All right, man.
Bald-headed Santa Claus.
よし弾をよーく見ろよクヌート行くぞそれ
What a wild color palette we got going on here with all these like light pinks.
He's strong.
大丈夫だよ
He's wearing like body armor to play this stupid game.
戦士たる者備え
He's
を
like a
怠
bubble
っては
king,
なり
but
ま
doesn't
せ
have
ん
a bubble.
聞いておられますか殿下いついかなる時も
強く
その気の緩みが
優しいお方だった兄王陛下にはよく助けていただいたお礼を申し上げながら
Oh, God.
Oh, oh.
Well, we know what cursed head means now.
Jeez.
クヌートのイングランド王即位後間もなくハラルドは病に倒れるハラルドに着手はいなかった
So Canute's gonna get both.
ご無沙汰しておりましたハラルド
Oh man,
Yeah, he is cooked.
dude. How we feeling, boss? What do you gotta say?
ハラルド王クヌートはこれに王国のことは何も心配はございません
He's probably just gonna pass once he's here now.
そなたにそなたに
Wow.
Damn.
That was easy.
Yeah, so much for the conflict we thought was gonna happen. Jeez.
Oh,
滅相なことを申されますな早くお元気になってまた玉打ち遊びにでも興じましょうぞ
大したものだがクヌート
To pretend you did this with that. Whoa.
顔でそんな嘘がつけるものだ
Pops is calling you out from beyond the grave.
兄様
Thanks, dude.
自身が毒を持った
I was gonna say, did he do it?
たんだ茶番だ
What a
な
farce.
それでお前は一体何を成し遂げると
The
いう
Mummer's dragon has entered Denmark.
ハラルドはそなたに好意的であったなぜ殺す必要がある
Oh my god.
共に世を治めることもできたはずだ
But you just want everything, don't you, Canute?
楽土のためなどではないそなたの心には野心
Your own lust for power made you do it. Oh, that's so
界
bad.
の帝王たらんという野心がな
In your pursuit for world peace, you fall
そ
into
れ
every.
が呪いだ
Ah, the crown's curse.
王冠
Wow.
の呪いなのだ逃れられはせん
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
そなたはデンマークとイングランド二つの王冠をかぶり世の倍苦しむ
Jeez,
Whoa.
old Canute. Wow. Oh, that shot, dude. Holy moly. Those are Valkyries behind there, flying.
どうしたの？急にぼんやりして。兄様もご病気なの？
Thanks.
I can't believe he did that, but I can. Jeez.
なんだ
エストリズ様のお言いつけでお飲み物をお持ちしました。
それはどこのものか
あ、どこと申
Making
し
sure
ます
it ain't the same thing coming to bite him in the ass.
毒を恐れるは自身が毒を用いるからよ No,
Oh, that's so
That's
creepy.
so cool.
Ugh.
真昼のお出ましとは少々いたずらが過ぎますなスベンを
Does he speak to him
昼に
regularly?
も夜が見えるならば呪いも極まりつつあるということだ
The crown sickness.
独り言？
いつまでそこにいる用はない
He's lost
誰
it.
ラクダ建設は国家の統一が前提です
Damn it.
王が二人いてはいずれ災いの元となる
なかなかどうして
I am
一人
too.
前の王の考え方をする
I did not expect this
ではない
necessarily.
かクヌートよ
かつて私はあなたを憎み死を願っただが今はどうだ私が腹を割って話せるのは
That is
あ
weird.
なただけだ
That is very uneasy. Because he's talking
仲
to
良しま
himself.
しょうぞ
Let's be friends, dead dad.
呪われた者同士
That's so creepy, man. Damn it, Canute. Come on.
兄上、もう一回。
Wow, that's so messed up. He killed his own brother.
よし強くなるんだクヌート俺や父上よりもだいいな
I don't really know if that's that's exactly what happened.
Oh, yeah, like
Did
this
he,
is
grow,
his.
did he grow up stronger, or did he grow up? He just happens to be more alive than the both of them now. More horrible. Can strength be defined as like taking the worst measures to achieve your goal? Then I guess he did it.
ハグなんてできるの？
Can you even fly?
こんなものかどうということはない
What the hell? I'm disappointed in Canute.
You're disappointed.
I knew it.
I knew Sam would be disappointed. Yeah, I mean,
He had
He
so
fell
much
so
positive going
fast.
for him.
yeah.
He became prey to the system of his own desire, or like his own, like he went into it to honestly, I should have figured because he's no better than every other world leader that goes into something promising for like
for the good change, the positivity.
I won't be like the last guy.
Yeah.
Just kidding, I am worse.
It reminds me a lot when, like, the idea of utopia, I thought to myself, like, every single, like, world leader in, like, history who, like, tried to make a, like, I would say Canute, I mean, he's trying to make the whole world be at peace. The goal was to do what God can't. That's what he set out to do, is he felt convicted from his faith that God wasn't doing enough to put at ease men's heart because of their sins, and so he's going to find a way to do it. At the same time, to do something like that, to play a God role, that's like a dictatorship.
Yeah.
It's you deciding ultimately that you're going to make man's heart subservient to what you desire. And it should have been, honestly, it should have been clear from season 1 that this would be the route it would take very quickly, where he's slaying his brothers, he's slaying his brother, or he poisons people so often, killing by the mass, that it becomes like he can't even like drink anything without feeling like that's every single person.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, every single person's intent is now wicked because that's what he's become in his own heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, when they brought up that his brother was sick, for a second, like, when they were at the boat and they brought it up, I was like, would he do that to his own brother? Because that's essentially how he took over England, was just by poisoning one leader after the next. And I was like, would he really do that? And then in my mind, I was like, no, he wouldn't. They seem like they have a good relationship. But sure enough, I was fucking wrong on that one.
Right.
Yeah, it's a shame. And two, you would think, like, I know it was kind of all a part of Askeladd's plan in season 1, the way they got rid of Swen. Right. But just the fact that Canute was willing to, like, just kill Askeladd in the moment, when in reality he could have been like, I ordered him to do that because Swen ordered to kill me, so he's good. You know what I mean? Like, he could have taken, like, that stance, but instead he chose, like, to kill Askeladd, which ended up working out anyways, but, like, take on using someone else's death to, like, prop himself up as, like, the person that the person that, you know, destroyed and stopped he got revenge for the one that slayed the king, you know?
Yeah.
He killed the Kingslayer in that moment.
Yeah, he became the hero that they wanted.
Yeah. And it worked out for him, but it just sucks to know, like, now seeing his brother's intention and kind of getting it reiterated, you know, that in the flashback that people were propping up each boy to be king. And they had mentioned that in season 1. I just assumed, or I would have figured that the older brother would have, you know, had felt a right to being the firstborn and getting owed all of the, you know, all of the dominion that their father ruled over. So I figured that would become the conflict, which in reality it was, but it was one-sided. Harold clearly doesn't seem to care all that much since he sent fleets and ships to support Canute.
Yeah.
But Canute was like, well, you're in my way, so I'm going to take you down.
I think even his, like, entourage was propping him up to expect a retaliation of sorts from Harold. So, like, that's what he thought going into it, is that my brother's just my enemy now.
Yeah.
Whether or not he actually was at the end of the day, it won't matter now, because he's just making sure there's no loose ends when it comes to family ties.
He never even got the opportunity.
And he wanted to be quick about it, too, it seems, because the dude didn't have any heirs yet. So, like, there wasn't any lineage to come from it, so he just took quick advantage, take one life rather than multiple. Any sons he would have to kill afterward. Firstborns.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in, like, one hand, too, in, like, a really twisted sense, you can say that he is, like, him poisoning and murdering people in cold blood instead of, like, going out into fields of battle is, like, a more just way of taking over a kingdom, because he's killing the one that would get killed in the end anyways, instead of sacrificing, like, thousands or tens of thousands of innocents to go to war.
Right.
So it's like, on one hand, you could view that Canute is doing this in the best way possible, rather than going and waging all-out war and just murdering, you know, innocent children, families, seeing all the stuff that basically ends up affecting the people like Einar and Torfinn, he's going out of his way to do it in a more clean way, for lack of a better phrase.
A more direct way.
Yeah.
Like straight to the target at hand.
Yeah.
Instead of waging war for multiple years for no reason.
I do not envy people in power.
Me neither.
I don't envy people who have to make the big decisions for countries.
Yeah.
Because I feel like to do that, you have to become a bit of a devil, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think I have the capacity to ever take a role like that, because it's what you say, like, ultimately when you're in these positions, whether it be in Viking history or modern day presidency in any nation, it's like you're going to be making calls that are uncomfortable in your mind, justification of like hoping it's for the better good.
Yeah.
Right?
And
it's
even,
a thankless job too.
And even then, it's the better good for your people. It's not necessarily for anyone
outside
outside of your borders.
A lot of times it's for yourself, protection for the people among you. So, yeah. Don't envy Canute, and I wouldn't want to be talking to my father headless in the side of my house as well. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It reminded me a bit of my one reference today. It reminded me of the heads from Spirited Away. Baba Yaga.
Oh yeah.
Like her little like husband, green heads, like creepily just floating around the ground.
Yes.
That's creepy. And Swen's he ain't that good looking of a dude. He looks a lot like the sun. So when it turned, I was like, is this just the sun getting more decayed? And I was like, that looks like the dad that we just saw tumbling around. Yeah, and you're like, I felt that too. I wasn't sure if there was like sinister stuff at play when he pulled up to like the home.
Yeah.
I sniffed it out right away. I was like, nope.
Right.
There's too many people around Canute were dying of illness.
Right.
That they already said he was causing.
It's so hard to know too, though. In this era, you get a little cut, and it can lead to your death.
Yeah, that is also
so
tough. On other news, it's been 3 years on Kettle's farm,
right?
And Torfinn and Einar should be free once they,
sow
the seeds of the next harvest.
Which is wild.
Which is awesome. But they are left at like a crossroads of what to do. And I am really afraid that this whole like freedom thing is just a ruse to keep people locked in, where it's like, oh yeah, you can be free, you can go live on, and then Snake, and his men, as soon as you get beyond the border, you just kill him. Or you give him an offer like, hey, you're going to die before you leave these shores or lands, or you can come back and, continue working as a retainer, not as a slave. Like, if this is all like a scam,
Or like they just put up more obstacles to make it impossible. Like, you have to become dependent on Kettle. Like, oh, sorry, you tried your chances in the real world, it didn't work for you. Well, let me give you a discount, but you still always be an indentured servant rather than a slave. It's, I don't know, because you have somebody like Pater who doesn't seem like he's unhappy there. But I don't know how reliant people are, if Pater was to leave the property, because people still don't treat him the same way Kettle will. If he's I don't know if there's branding on a slave at this era or in this country in Denmark, if they have a tattoo or some signature to prove that they're a free person at a market or getting a job somewhere.
Yeah.
Or otherwise you wouldn't be allowed to operate there. So if there's more obstacles outside, and then we also got people, who's the big son? Thorgel to deal with, because he'll know. I don't know where he is. It's been a 3-year jump, so we haven't really checked up on the people who are causing the most problem at Kettle's farm. If they're still even around, for one thing.
Yeah.
If we run into them outside of this.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Doesn't even have Einar doesn't even know where he's going to go with his life. He has no destination. Torfinn seems to want to head towards Iceland and come in contact with his family.
Yeah. And the thing is that you could... in theory, I could see, Einar actually staying as a retainer just to watch after, Arnheid. You know what I mean? Stay behind because she can't leave, and then, maybe they wait for some opportunity to finally get out of there.
Right.
Or, maybe he follows Torfin in his endeavors wherever Torfin goes.
I think the girl is going to be the problem. Not the problem, but like Kettle's going to be the bigger problem. Like, if Einar, being the type that he is, try to speak up on her behalf, he takes it as a slight, puts him back into slavery, and when they know that they now can't get free, they have to take a life of action and violence to break out of it, which makes them convicts on the run.
Yeah.
So that would make a predicament as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure, Kettle is going to where Canute is now. So I'm sure that at some point, Canute is going to cross paths with Torfin again. So who knows, what that adds to the mix of it. You know what I mean?
The worlds are about to cross over.
Yeah. So, because, I mean, they seemingly sold him from being in prison to slavery. So if they find out he's free again, Canute might fear that even though Torfin has changed, that Torfin could still want his get back at that point.
And not even that, it's even if Torfin is a changed man, we're going to be facing the prologue again, where we have this amazing warrior who's now taken a life of pacifism.
Yeah.
Who's probably going to be summoned by the king who needs a man to do the job.
Yeah.
You got Canute who's going to know Torfin's talent and want him to be taking that role.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to turn it down.
No, he's not at that level yet where he can just have no... I mean, he might be able to have no enemies, but it's going to be very hard for him to pull off a Tors this early on. As much as a good fighter as I think he is.
But even Tors had to be in secluded hiding to avoid his impending, servitude to the king.
Torfin's been out of practice too, and he's still, even before that, he wasn't able to best someone like Askeladd, who Askeladd couldn't best Tors, so there's still progress to move up to. I don't even think, did Torfin even beat Thorkel? Or did Thorkel still win that fight? No, Thorkel chucked his ass in the air and broke his arm.
Yeah.
And so he can't even beat him yet. So there's better fighters. And more willing fighters.
But people who are willing to more kill than him. And him not willing to kill is also going to make him weaker in that sense, because he's not going to be able to go all out where everyone else will. We got a tough road ahead of us, boys.
The next one's called Kings and Swords.
Yep.
So we'll see. Guys, any last thoughts?
Nope.
Y'all, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Let us know your thoughts on this episode, and we'll be seeing you very shortly for the next episode. Tune in for that. Punch it!
Bam!
Torfin!